stop before you fucking hit that dislike button. Let me apologize first for making a third video on this topic and beating around the bush. This is not hate, whining, or a salt shaker over the new game. The problems and issues regarding this franchise that fans are fussing over, I'm not going to go over 3 times. If you don't know about Paper Mario, the history, the games, the problems, the fans' plays, etc., look at these 2 videos and see for yourself if you don't understand. They're detailed, concrete videos explaining points and details I'll make in this video. They're long, but you're getting what you need. Now that that shameless plug is out of the way,
Sonic Speed! Let's go!
hello, Super Mario T here is back, and something has caught my attention recently. Of course, fans are not pleased with Paper Mario Color Splash and what it holds so far from the 2 trailers we've received, as well as the 40 minutes of gameplay shown in the treehouse. And of course, everyone, even the ones against the games, are sick of the complaining, the begging, the wishes of getting the old Paper Mario back. There's a select few who are excited for the game, which is fine. Opinions are opinions. I stated before Sticker Star as a game alone was okay, and if this is slightly improved, then that may be good for Color Splash in its own right too. But some of you either make assumptions, don't listen, or both, and then I get shit like this. But a wide majority didn't ask for a Paper Mario sequel directly influenced from the most controversial and hated Paper Mario game of all time. That decision's just strange, ignorant, and sudden since this game started development as Sticker Star ended. The franchise and its development team didn't get enough breathing room to pinpoint what problems consumers have with the game, what more they can improve on, and leave a more satisfied fanbase while raking in enough guaranteed cash. But there seems to be an unusual large amount of defense from fans defending Sticker Star and Color Splash, but they claim our hatred, the hatred surrounding those 2 games, spouts entirely and solely from nostalgia. Just nostalgia, nothing else. If that's true, you guys are missing the point. Sure, some people can be centered around nostalgia and purely nostalgia, but that's commonly not the case. While many of us grew up with Paper Mario in the older games, there's more reasoning behind our love, passion, and defense towards the first 3 iterations than just growing up alongside them. Fans commonly give excuses to the fans of older Paper Mario fans to tell them they're nostalgia whores, they're being babies, they're selfish, they don't think at all. Some of them are thinking a lot more than you believe, and some of those arguments aren't even nostalgia driven, they're the dumbest nonsensical ones I've seen that hold no validity nor logic towards them. But what are those common phrases and arguments used to tackle those who just want Paper Mario to succeed the way it originally did? There are a couple that people love to use that are a lot of the time invalid for a majority of the Paper Mario fanbase. Here's one. They're fat old gamers who think they know better over kids' games. Nintendo makes these games for kids. They're appealing to a young demographic. Guess what? So do these. And this, all these games, literally 95% of Nintendo's library appeals to kids. And if old titles like Paper Mario appeal to us when we were young, then they can appeal to young gamers today too. But here's the thing. Nintendo's not a kids company. They're a family-friendly company, or so they say. They make games to bring together families, let anyone of any age have fun, meaning kids, teens, and adults all together are going to center around these games. And wait, as a matter of fact, here's a better thing. At least half of their overall fanbase consists of teens and adults. Since the 1980s and 90s, Nintendo's grabbed plenty of veteran gamers who want to remain loyal to them because they managed to deliver what they want to bring in the first place. Fun, lively, genuine games. Some would argue that's why they stay at Nintendo, because they can deliver what games were originally intended to do. But that topic could be saved for another time. Also, if you're making a game centered towards kids / an easy target, you don't just half-ass the effort and development of a game. That'd be like saying The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker or Mario & Luigi Partners in Time should be pandered for being so dark and deep with the story. It's a lot more in context if you actually play the games. Bottom line, arguing Paper Mario now is generating towards kids, it holds less validity than you think, considering that's almost their basis of all their games, not to mention 2/3 or at least half of their fan base holds people above that specific demographic. Otherwise, you'd just be losing a shit ton of fans and in turn losing a shit ton of money. We want them to deliver, succeed, and strive for great things, not undeliver, fail, and work for an average title. Even if you're aiming for a different demographic for a bunch of money, shooting for their hardcore demographic can still get them a lot of money too. And I run 4 kilometers at least 3 times a week, do 50 push-ups every day, and sometimes do 50 sit-ups and squats, so I'm not fat, FYI. Here's another common argument. The Mario games are always simple and follow the same formula in every game. Yeah, sure, New Super Mario Bros., but every other title beyond the 2D games has always given us different game-changing material to work with. Go back to Mario & Luigi, for example, and look at each game. Core gameplay's always been the same, but Partners in Time was able to change it up with the whole time travel and the plot, adding the baby Mario Brothers as playable characters, giving you 4 buttons to work with as well as a set of items to attack with. Bowser's Inside Story, playing as Bowser, having certain unique special attacks for both the Mario Bros. And Bowser, the plot of traveling inside Bowser, etc. I could go on. Or the sports titles such as Baseball, from basic controller baseball with Mario to motion control Mario Baseball with items and different fields. Or Strikers, edgy Mario Soccer to hardcore Shadow the Hedgehog edge with more characters, more support characters, more fields, additional items, etc. And even 3D Mario changes it up too. The plot throughout most of the 3D Marios were relatively the same, discounting 3D World. But Mario 64, brand new 3D platformer with Mario running around a magically warped Peach's castle restoring its star power. Mario Sunshine, cleaning up the polluted Isle Delfina restoring shine power and saving its citizens Peach and his vacation for being mucked up along with Yoshi. Mario Galaxy, traveling through space, spin jump, restoring star power to a galactic soaring comet observatory, helping out Rosalina, mother of the Star Children, and her kindred Lumas by restoring the hub's star power, getting new power-ups, storing enough gas to ride the star car to the center of the universe, stop Bowser, save Peach, and the universe. Alright, I'm gonna pretty much stop. You get the point. Paper Mario is the same case. Just like how those Marios got so loved because of their individually unique gameplay styles, mechanics, genres, worlds, characters, and so on, it's just like how Paper Mario was so loved with the vast worlds, characters, distinct RPG gameplay, and vast personality. Ever since Super Paper Mario, which I can argue is still a good game. The series has been switching formulas and changing left and right, and steered from what made it so lovable to begin with. It was at that point Paper Mario became an unpredictable roller coaster, unaware of what kind of game we would get next. Unless we talk about New Super Mario Bros., Mario's mostly been more or less simple, but has not followed the same formula every time in the exact same format. Oh yeah, here's another one. This is also something the assistant producer of Color Splash, Risa Tabata, said, or at least along these lines, which fans are also adopting. Since we already have this established RPG, the Mario & Luigi series, rather than just making another RPG series as well, we wanted to do something different and provide a different experience to players, which basically means, if we want a Mario RPG, go play Mario & Luigi. Naysayers are adopting this to their argument. Now, this reason is stupid as fuck for 3 reasons. 1, they're not the exact same game. Because they make up the same genre, that does not mean they're the exact same game. That'd be like me calling Pokemon and Xenoblade the same game for being just an RPG, or The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time and Kid Icarus Uprising for being the same action-adventures. Paper Mario is an RPG that's slow, strategic, story-driven, and endearing that insists you to gather a bigger party, hold and choose from a plethora of attacks and items and badges in battle, and it's basically more plot-driven while slow-paced. Mario & Luigi is a fast-paced RPG, focusing only on the fast, quick reaction timing of battles, while you're more limited with certain attacks compared to Paper Mario, and just sticking with Mario & Luigi mostly. It focuses on the development of the 2 bros and the characters within each game. There's some story focus, but all the main focus comes from the characters, the gameplay, and the game itself is a lot more centered around comedy. Paper Mario has some laughs, but Mario & Luigi lives for comedy. A lot of the moments and people you'll come across will act out and say and do certain things that'll give the player chortles. Paper Mario inspires strategy, creative thinking, story, gameplay, and personality, while Mario & Luigi inspires instinct, quick thinking, characters, gameplay, and personality. Just because these games share 2 of the same traits, and one should be completely altered, is just poor logic. Speaking of poor logic, that was going to be my second reason. Let's apply said logic to other games. The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, a slow to medium action-adventure with puzzle elements and character. Oh, but we have Kid Icarus Uprising, and it's fast-paced action-adventure with platforming and character. I guess we should make Zelda into a futuristic shooter instead. Oh, while we're at it, we have Splatoon and Metroid Prime, 3D shooters that are smart with gameplay, level design, and character. Let's switch Splatoon into a 2D platformer, but let's take away the paint guns and be different from Metroid. Again, you're changing a game entirely for what made it so loved in the first place, and someone who's gonna love a game for being smart, endearing, and an RPG isn't gonna go back if it's not the same from how it played before. And reason number 3, which kinda ties into my previous reason, you're literally knocking off almost the whole fanbase who love the series. You're basically telling the veteran fans of Paper Mario to GTFO and play Mario & Luigi because you want a Splatoon-inspired action-adventure main Paper Mario game. While the fans of the new Paper Mario may not care, the vast fans of the old Paper Mario do, and you're kissing a bunch of money goodbye, even if you forget the fact that it's a Wii U game coming out right before the Wii U's about to be out the door. Speaking of new, another common argument is the all-popular super uber, it's new, get used to it and like it. No. My least favorite, cause it's stupid as hell. Something brand new doesn't guarantee top quality. Look at Teen Titans, Powerpuff Girls, Sonic Boom Reza Lyric, or Mario Party. For their time, it was new, but we can all agree they were pretty shitty, or at the very least, did not meet expectations. They may be different topics, one being cartoon, another being a game, but these are all similar in the problems and hatred that surround them and their fan bases. Trump is gonna be our next president, and you want me to love him because he's our brand new president? We all hate politics, but I'll get into them just to prove a point. Lastly, my favorite. It's a new Paper Mario that looks okay. Give it a chance. Let me first say that Sticker Star is one we all gave a chance when it came out, and many were left unsatisfied. Some are passive and give games chance, but those kind of people aren't common anymore nowadays. It's Nintendo's job to grasp the consumer's interest and encourage them to get their product, not for the consumer to give the product a chance whether it doesn't meet expectations or it's actually bad. Again, Sticker Star, Color Splash, in their own right, they're fine. They're fine games on their own. As Paper Mario experiences, they've either been lackluster and mediocre experiences or piss-poor shitstorms, and it's the former for me personally. People want their attentions grabbed. They want something that'll blow them out of the water, not average experiences where they're just gonna waste money only to kill time and see some expectations fail to meet only to be left with disappointment. Now, most of these arguments either have something to do or are completely about us being nostalgia whores. Alright then, SMT, what are the valid reasons for hating the new Paper Mario, besides nostalgia? The same reasons I explained why those arguments are invalid. The games Nintendo dish out are family friendly for the most part and should shoot for everyone while still be able to sustain satisfaction and enjoyment for veteran hardcore Nintendo fans. As Nintendo fans, we want the company to win, deliver what we want, and succeed as a big time company. But if they keep delivering lower quality products, blindly ignoring fans' demands, and just do what they've either done before, done in other games, or do something that overwhelms the game itself, they're gonna gradually decrease in fans and earnings. I mean, again, despite it's barely improved, this next game in Paper Mario is a direct sequel from the most hated and controversial title in the Paper Mario series, and the justifications of doing so are poor and nonsensical as ever. This doesn't just apply to Paper Mario either. Other franchises like Star Fox, F-Zero, Metroid, Mother, Mario Party, etc., and potentially more down the line, are being thrown to the wayside and are being given no mind towards proper satisfactory quality and proper releases. These past few years, Nintendo's been decently out of touch with their fans and also playing it safe with their games. That's not good. Being blind and naive about these new gimmicks and just doing whatever and not minding their consumers is backfiring on them gradually. Sega is paying attention to their fans and potentially starting a comeback with Sonic by giving a brand new 2D Sonic with Sonic 3 and Knuckles gameplay, something fans have wanted for so long, while also taking time, 4 to 5 plus years of development, into a new main 3D Sonic game, appeasing both 2D and 3D fans of their fanbase. But Nintendo doesn't listen to their fans of Paper Mario, Metroid, Star Fox, F-Zero, Mother, Mario Party, etc. Sega's literally doing what Nintendo doesn't. Sonic can get a free pass for the whole playing it safe thing cause his franchise has practically dropped ever since Sonic Boom Reza Lyric. It's a spin-off and it was made by a different team, but that's still tarnishing Sonic's name. They get a pass for the whole playing it safe cause they need to pick themselves back up. If Nintendo doesn't straighten their act together, they could potentially see a crash in their company and fall dramatically. What needs to be taken care of is Nintendo's blind and carefree actions, their lackluster and mediocre efforts on game production, their synchronization with their fans and consumers, their synchronization with their franchises and their natures, their ambitious, intuitive, and clever ideas, game designs, and mechanics, and their overall market and fan medium. These are all the problems Paper Mario is suffering from and is also affecting their other franchises and the company of Nintendo as a whole, slowly but surely. Did not mean to get into a whole Nintendo's fake discussion at the end, but I guess it is what it is. I'm hopeful for the NX, but Nintendo's slipping right now with some of their games. Hopefully the NX, the amusement park, and the company as a whole will turn things around starting next year. Thank you all for 2,000 subscribers. You guys are the fucking best. Thank you for supporting me and my content. This is encouraging me to stick with YouTube more and give more to you guys. Subscribe if you want more videos like these, and as a matter of fact, let me know down below. Do you want me to talk about the Nintendo theme park coming up in the next few years and what they could potentially do with it? You want me to talk about Pokemon Go and my experience with it, since I didn't give my thoughts on it yet, as well as its future? I could also give my thoughts on the Smash fanbase or even the Sonic fanbase. I could also talk about how, up until 2 weeks ago, I played my first Zelda ever, Ocarina of Time 3D, courtesy of my best friend, and I'm invested as fuck and I love it and I ship Lincoln Saria so hard, somebody fucking help me. Or I could start a Let's Play soon, now that I have a more proper setup and a big motivation drive to make more videos. Let me know. And before I go... this is the struggle of being someone who criticizes a game coming out. You oppose it. People agree/disagree. They want you to play it and review it, but that defeats the purpose of you opposing it in the first place, because you actually buy it and play it for all who want to see, and what if you end up liking it? Then you're seen as a hypocrite, and if not, you're seen as a whiner or something else. Well, the latter, and arguments of such topics I hope have simmered down at least a little bit. Oh well. See you all later. Have a good day / a good night, whatever time you're watching this. And stay super.